Hey. What happened? I was just waiting to go back live. I don't know if that makes sense. I was just waiting to go back live. No, I didn't change my pronouns to he, him. What? I'm she, her. You could get me restricted again all you want to, but that's not gonna stop. Restricted doesn't mean my live stream gets taken down. It just means that it doesn't get shown to people for something I said, which it was restricted for certain audiences because, you know, it's not suitable for certain audiences, meaning like people underage or whatever. I don't know what. So if cussing is bad, then I don't give a fuck. Anyways, I was gonna say something. Oh, so I was just watching this video before I went live, some Myra's video, and basically some guy tried to explain why it's called, what was it, Big Back Meals or Big Back Energy or something, when referring to a Thanksgiving spread, because she was asking like, why do you guys refer to it as a Big Back Meal or something like that? And he said because you eat a lot, you gain a lot of weight, that's why it's called Big Back, whatever. We don't want you to mansplain anything to us. You just literally explained while being fat phobic. And food consumption is not the only source of why people are overweight, why they gain weight. It's medical issues. It's like the medications people take cause them to gain weight. It's not just consumptions of food. So maybe you should do your research because you don't know what you're talking about. And I would suggest you stop trying to be like Dr. Oz and sell these fake dieting pills, right? Or try to like, and all the women in the comment section that were trying to, like someone said they're trying to audition for Mean Girls, and I agree. Because why do you think it's cute and quirky to agree with a white man? First of all, trying to tell us, and it's all men in general, not just white men. Let's get it, like, why are you being fat phobic when weight gain is not attributed to eating large consumptions of food only? You're literally not even addressing the medical conditions that people have that cause them to not be able to lose weight, and you're not even taking into the account of people that take medications that cause them to have weight gain. So why are we only attributing food consumptions to weight gain? Mind you, I'm not saying I have a condition which is why I'm this way, right? My condition, well, back in the day, trigger warning, was a disorder. I'm not gonna say what, you know, because TikTok's a little sensitive with that. But for me personally, right, like, I don't get why men and some women are so pressed over plus size women. Leave us alone. You're mad. Like that one girl that got mad, that was literally with a plus size man. And that was the very same girl that had dated Angry Reactions and was literally out here being fat phobic. Like, we don't need your opinions about why we're overweight. We need you to close your mouth and worry about yourself. Like, why does it bother people if someone's overweight? It's like the same people that literally sit here calling me a hippo. Like, if I'm supposed to care about your feelings about me being overweight when I chose to be that way, and I don't eat large consumptions of food because I'm overweight. Literally, I'm overweight and I've never lost weight since high school, and people assume because I'm overweight that I eat large consumptions of food. That's why I must be like this, even though I've never, if I ate large consumptions of food, I would have gained more weight than I have. Because I was 400, almost close to 400 pounds. I lost a lot of weight. and it was not the healthy way either. And people don't realize that they push people to unhealthy patterns, unhealthy habits, because I don't know what it is. It's very unhealthy habits. I don't know what it is about people trying to mess with people's mental health. Y'all scream mental health is so important, but then you ruin people's mental health. Like, the amount of fat phobia I see on Instagram is insane. There was one girl that was literally wearing a gold, like, tasseled dress at a Taylor Swift concert, and she was just dancing around and literally just being happy. And people were like, now if you, and then one comment was like, now if you just did that for like 30 minutes a day. What? Like, people can't even exist being happy because of the fat phobia. There's so much fat phobia, homophobia, transphobia on Instagram. It's insane. The hate. The amount of hate someone gets for just existing. I'm pretty sure you've seen that, because that video is going viral. I keep seeing it pop up on my For You page. Just like this one girl, every time I see her video, I want to punch her in the face. She has a punchable face. She goes live and, well, not goes live. She made a video saying, died next to someone that was plus size, and Waffler, I think that's how you say his name, Waffler. I follow his mom, Mama Waffle. She was like, died next to him because he ate too much, like, trying to say all these body positive people died from eating too much. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? First of all, Waffler didn't bother anyone and just made videos trying weird food combinations, being himself, and that bothers you? Like, you got a punchable face, and if I saw you in the streets, I would punch you. Okay, I don't care. You don't have to. I could just wham, you wouldn't even know it was coming. Okay. Well, you know it's not nice being fat phobic. So maybe someone needs to get knocked upside their head to learn to not say stuff like that. Maybe if they got knocked upside the head, that would teach them a lesson, just like the Montgomery Brawl. And that's another thing. When people constantly continue to keep saying the N-word, when a folding chair goes flying at you, then you better not complain, because I'm sick and tired of people thinking they could say all this hateful, negative, nasty stuff, this homophobic, transphobic stuff, like if they don't deserve to get knocked upside the head for being rude. I'm sorry, but maybe someone should beat your ass more than once for you to get it. Right? Because I don't know why all of this hatred just suddenly comes out of nowhere. I'm getting the hatred for even just commenting the truth. Like when it was Dylan Mulvaney, she said something and I said she's right. I don't feel safe with men, because I think they were talking about trans people using the women's restroom and how people feel that it's not safe. And I said, I feel safer with a trans person in the restroom than I do with a man. And I've encountered men that have been weird more than once. I feel safer with a trans woman in the restroom than I do a man in real life. And my comment, I was like, she's right. And people started coming for me, and I'm like, I don't know what it is about this negativity saying like, oh, you need to worry, like, and I hate the stupid trolls that are like, you need to worry about a job or house. You need to worry about this foot not going upside your ass is what you need to worry about. You need to worry about stop talking shit to people on the internet before someone pulls up and then rips your hair off. Because I'm so sick and tired of people thinking they can say whatever they want. When someone does something to you on the internet because of something you said and you get knocked till next Wednesday, then I'm not going to tell you anything, because I'm not going to say I told you so. You got to leave people alone. If I want to defend whoever the fuck I want to defend, I will. You sure the fuck ain't doing shit. You're letting transphobia run rampant all over Instagram and not giving a fucking care in the world, when that is one of the leading reasons transphobia or transphobic people, homophobic people are the reasons why black trans people and black people, a part of the community, get unalived because of their negative, rude, nasty comments that they leave, which no one asked you to leave those nasty comments. Your mom wouldn't like the nasty comments you're leaving. The fat phobia on Instagram's gotta stop. Like, I don't understand why people gotta be fat phobic. What the hell is wrong with people? I don't get this negative energy on Instagram. It's so freaking negative. Every other video is someone being homophobic. Every other video is someone being fat phobic. When I comment, my comments go viral and people are pissed, and it's mostly men that prove my freaking point. You're so pissed at my comment, literally saying that, oh, people that are part of the community, it's a disorder. My dad has mental illness. He has bipolar. For you to even throw that out there, that these people have some sort of mental disorder, is messed up, considering I live with someone that has mental illness. We're sick and tired of hearing you use that. You don't even know what it's like to live with mental illness. You don't even know what it's like to have to battle your brain every day, but you use that to be harmful towards this community because you want to say that they have some sort of mental disorder because they just want to exist. Just like you want to exist. Just like everybody wants to exist and live freely, but can't do that because they got judgmental ass people being on the internet trying to find every reason to say, well, like, it's so crazy the amount of negativity on Instagram. Like, a lot of my comments went viral because I was sticking up and defending the people they were attacking, and they didn't like that. Men didn't like that, especially the white tea people didn't like that when there was this video that was like, name one thing that you can identify white people from, or that you, it was like a video or something, and he was like, what's one thing that we all can identify white people by, or something like that. And this white guy opened the door and his kids were like, Daddy, like basically doing the stereotypical, like, black people don't have fathers, their fathers left them, they're fatherless. No, the most demographic of people that their fathers walked out on them was literally white tea men that walked out on their families. This stereotyping of literally stereotyping black men, saying that they're the least inactive fathers in a child's life, is a lie, because white tea men are the least inactive in a child's life, and white tea men are the most common behind unaliving their own, trigger warning, unaliving their own families and children. Don't believe me? Like, what, that was unnecessary and not needed. And so then I said the most demographics of inactive fathers in a child's life is white tea men. And man, that comment section is crazy. The comments under my comment is crazy. People resorting to being fat phobic and calling me fat or whatever just because of a comment I said about white tea people. That's crazy. Like, you resorted to being fat phobic towards me because you couldn't even battle me intellectually. Show me a percentage. Show me the percentages. Pull it up, because you're uneducated. The only thing you can do is sit here and call me fat, because you can't, intellectually you're stupid. How does someone who reads at a 7th grade reading level talk smarter than you, and your only gotcha is to call me fat in the comment section? of that comment and literally call me fat when you don't even know how to pull up Google to look up the statistics. And then someone tried to argue with me about the statistics, like, you're misunderstanding statistics. How does 14% of black people, because there's only 14% of black people in the world, you tell me how that could be the most demographic of inactive fathers in a child's life when there's more white teen men than there is black men? Make that make freaking sense. Then to go back and forth with me like I'm stupid. Well, you don't understand. How do you take 60% out of 14? Well, it's easy. It's simple. There's not 60% of black men. So you cannot take 60% out of 14. That is the stupidest thing that I've ever heard. In math, you probably could. But when we're talking about people, there's only 14% of black people, and black women make up some of that 14%. On top of black men. So please enlighten me with your uneducated ass how that is physically possible. Like, man, and these comments are still going viral and people are still responding to me with nastiness. It's just like, I don't give a no matter what you come out with, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna care. No matter how many times you scream at me, no matter how rude you are to me, I'm still gonna say fuck you in your comment. Fuck you, your comment, your mama, your father, fuck your whole family, okay? I don't give a fuck because obviously you wasn't raised correctly. You're a product of what your mother pushed out. And I'm pretty sure that your mother didn't raise you that way to be nasty and hateful to people on the internet because you're some keyboard warrior. But if you was to say that to someone's face, you would get rocked. Your shit would get rocked. You would get knocked upside your head and you would learn not to say it again. You don't say this shit to people's face. And I'm not one of those people like somebody who tells people to pull up and then is scared. Like, I'm not trying to fight people, but you literally wouldn't say this to anybody's face. You wouldn't be fat phobic to someone's face because they would knock the shit out of you. You wouldn't be transphobic to someone because you would get beat the fuck down, and you know that. A lot of these people are keyboard warriors. They ain't about that life. Because if you was to walk up to say it to somebody's face, you get knocked the fuck out. And I'm not like, I say whatever the fuck I want on the internet, and I also say whatever the fuck I want in real life. And I've gotten into arguments with fucking people, especially an old man. I don't care if it's respect your fucking elders, but if a older person is being fucking rude, I'm gonna say shit. I'm gonna tell you the fuck off. Just like I called an ex-cop a pig, I don't give a fuck, to his face. He was being fucking rude on the bus, and I said, why don't you go eat bacon, bitch? And go to the donut shop and buy your fat ass some donuts. I don't give a fuck. I will tell whoever I need to tell to their face, and I told it to him on the bus because he was being racist. Fuck him. I don't care if you're a fucking ex-cop. You don't scare me. You don't scare me at all. Nobody scares me in real life. I'll tell you what I have to tell you. In certain instances, I won't say much because I'll keep quiet. Like the one girl that came up, she thought she was clocking something. Like, didn't you say, she was like, she walked up and I thought she was gonna ask for a photo right at the thrift store. Then she's like, did you say, I heard you said stuff about people's dead parents. And she was like underage, and obviously I'm not gonna go and say something rude or attack somebody who's a minor. I just stood there and looked at her like, are you for real? Are you serious? Yes, I did. I said, their mama's dead as hell, bitch. You want me to say it again? I will. Like, these people need to stop talking about my dead sister and my dead grandmothers, and maybe I won't talk about theirs. Okay, maybe they need to go worry about their mama buried 6 feet underground and go visit her at the cemetery instead of worrying about my dead relatives. How about that? Because they keep constantly bringing up my dead relatives, I'm gonna bring up theirs. And the one thing that they can't say about me that I can say is that, you know, there's a lot of things I'm not even going to go there with that one. But it's crazy. Like, you thought you was clocking something. Like, everyone was going to stop and be like, oh, she said something about dead relatives. Like, if everyone was just going to stop in the thrift store and look at me. That was mad embarrassing. And you stood there looking stupid. And I wasn't even going to respond because I'm like, this is a minor. Just let her go back to her parents. I was waiting for my mom because she was in the restroom. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to respond. And some of these minors feel bold enough to say stuff to people's face because they know they can get away with it because we can't do anything because they're minors. And it bothers me that they think they could get away with saying stuff or harassing people. Like, if we're not allowed to do or say anything, like we're not allowed to speak up, because it bothers me. It literally bothers me that people that minors will sit on the internet and be so disrespectful, but then, you know, we can't say anything. Because let me tell you something, I'm not going to say anything. Like, you continue, I'm just going to go to your parents. You want to lose those phone privileges, and if your parents don't do anything, well, I'll make sure something gets done. Because it's crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, I don't think your parents raised you to be that disrespectful. Thinking, like, there's been times where I've seen minors go into live streams and do stuff, and it's just like, bro, you're bored. Like, what are you doing? Like, some of you guys are so disrespectful. I don't even know how your parents even want to claim that you're there, that claim you as their child. Like, seriously. My kids better not be acting like that on the internet, because if I ever have kids and they act crazy like that on the internet, their privileges are going to be revoked. It's a right to be on the internet. It's a privilege. You ruin your privilege, you don't get privileges. It's so crazy to me that these parents let their kids run rampant, and then when something happens to their child, we're at fault. Like, it was so crazy to me that people came to me, did you know that minors are subscribing to your life? It's your fault. Did I tell them to grab their parents' credit card? Did I say subscribe to me? No. I didn't even know that a minor has subscribed to my freaking page. I'm not gonna go click on every subscriber and try to seek out someone who's a minor. That's freaking weird. And it's my fault because they don't monitor their kids on the internet. I'm not their babysitter. I don't get paid to babysit, nor would I want to babysit anybody. I don't get paid to babysit your kids. You need to monitor your kids on the internet. That's why a lot of these kids get put in danger, because these parents are not monitoring their children. Like, it's somehow our fault. No one told them to pick up that credit card and pay. You spent your parents' hard-earned money that was supposed to go towards bills to subscribe to someone to be nasty, only to turn around and get probably the biggest ass whooping of your life. Because you spent money that was supposed to go towards your bills. Why would you make yourself possibly lose your home? It could have been for rent money. It could have been for very important things. And your parents have to stress out because now they don't have that. Like, it's crazy. You know what projection is? Because clearly you use projection way too much. It's $8, but if you're $8 short, you can't go to some place and be like, well, I want to pay my internet bill, or I want to pay my electric bill, or I want to pay my rent, but I'm $8 short. They're not going to give a fuck if you're $8 short. They're going to be like, well, you better give me my $8, $9. You better give me that. Because if you don't have it, I'm going to evict you for $8. These places want the exact amount of money. So what if it's just $8? They didn't work for that $8. They're stealing their parents' money to pay for a subscription. They didn't work for that money. So we're condoning stealing? Because no way would I steal my parents' money to pay for something. Nor have I ever stolen money from my parents to pay for anything. I've never stole money when I was young from my parents to pay for stuff. That's crazy. These kids be out here stealing stuff. I remember one time I watched a live and someone stole money from their parent to pay for a subscription, then told everybody, I stole my mom's money to pay for this subscription, and now I'm worried I'm going to get in trouble, and they had to refund the money back. What if that person didn't have the money to refund it because subscriptions don't go through right away? You stole your parents' money to pay for a subscription you didn't have, and you're worried about it? I made my dad bankrupt? How did I make my dad bankrupt? You do know people with bipolar are not good with finances, so I didn't make him bankrupt. I made him bankrupt, but we were $3,000 in rent. But I made him bankrupt, but he was telling us the rent was paid, and we kept checking the website, and they said that it's $0.00. So they had us believing the rent was paid, but I made him bankrupt when I literally gave him, I have PayPal receipts where I gave him $400 here, hundreds of dollars there to help his business. When I got Christmas money when I was younger for Christmas, it went to food or cigarettes. He would take my Christmas money when I was younger for cigarettes. Let's see, any money that I got went to him. I was the Bank of America. So how did I make him bankrupt when literally I had to fork over money? Because in the household that I live in, you can't say no, right? You have to give him money. Oh, but I made someone bankrupt. That's funny, considering the fact that I was the one that was going bankrupt, but okay. And he's not bankrupt. How did I make him go bankrupt? Because he believes he has his disability when he doesn't, because he's not on his medication. That has nothing to do with me. It's crazy how people blame symptoms of mental illness on me. You don't live with someone with mental illness. You don't know what it's like. People make jokes about the 99.99.99 trillion that he says, but that's not funny to us when you have to stand there for hours and listen to nonsense. And it's not nonsense per se. It's stuff that, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's not fun. It's not exciting. When you have to, when it's like, you know, there was a video I saw on YouTube, and this guy, and it was not a joke, and the people that were roommates of his, he was like, you need to believe that God's sending me messages, or you need to get out. It's not like believing in God. Like, do you believe in God or get out? Type thing, you know? Like the government trying to force the Bible down our throats. Like they want to force this Bible. It's way beyond that, right? It was like, God's talking to me. God told me to spread COVID to people. If you don't believe that, you could get the F out. It was just mood swings every day. Just 1 minute would be happy, the next minute would be fucking angry. And I didn't even know what side I was getting. I didn't even know if I was gonna go live and get yelled at, and people was applauding that, like, yeah, cheering it, when literally it's someone deteriorating because of their mental health. Like, that shit's a show. It's not a show for people. It's manic episodes. I didn't know what side I was getting. It's literally so fucked up that people don't take the time out of their day to learn what mental health issues is and what bipolar is, just to fucking make fun of people on the internet for it. And then having to explain the crazy ass tweets and the crazy ass stuff he was posting and be like, well, I don't have control over it because I really don't. I would have got thrown out if I would have said something. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. You get the fuck out. Like, he's a grown adult. He can post whatever he wants. He could do whatever he wants. But to see that one video, right, of Northwest when she dressed up as her dad for Halloween, and people with that were commenting saying, I have a dad with mental illness. I know it. I understand exactly. Her dad refused to get help. You don't know how hard it is. Because people think it's just easy to just take them, to drive them there and say, get help. That's not how it works. That's literally not how it works. You can't just take someone and tell them to get help or force them. You can't. It doesn't work like that. If it was just a simple fix, great. I'm sick and tired of everyone thinking everything's simple, like get a job. That's a simple fix. Do this. That's simple. If you just did this, it would simply fix your life, and it wouldn't fix shit. You would still have a fucked up life. I've had a very fucked up life. A job didn't fix fucking nothing. A job didn't fucking stop people from victim shaming me when I said I got SA'd and then fucking made jokes. And it affects people. It affects people's mentality. It is literally mentally draining to have to see people make fucking accounts say your father did this to you when he didn't. It's fucking draining. A job doesn't fix that shit. It doesn't. And I'm not crying, I'm just fucking frustrated that people think that the shit they say is not mentally draining. A job doesn't fix people calling you a fucking predator when you're not. A job doesn't fix people harassing you, and then all of a sudden miraculously you get a job, they're gonna stop harassing you. No, the fuck they're not. The internet is full of fucked up weirdos that think it's okay to constantly attack somebody on the internet because it's fucking funny for them to see someone crash out, and they enjoy that shit like it's just some fucking drama they eat up like caviar because they enjoy messing the fuck out of people, messing with their mentality, their mental status, and saying, well, it's not our fault, it's yours. When they constantly make emails telling someone to harm themselves, when they constantly send me disgusting, the amount of, which I'm okay because I watch the investigation ID stuff, I watch murder mysteries, I watch all that stuff. The gory photos they sent me didn't fuck me up. I like really didn't. You sent me someone's deceased relatives and thought it was okay to pass their photo around like some fucking joke? Like it was just funny? Like it was just funny? When they sent me a guy's face slashed open in the middle? Wow. When they sent me some woman's bloody cooter cat oh, this was the worst one. They sent a picture of me, they depicted me because I'm black, with a white man that had a swastika on his head, tattooed, basically a skinhead, blowing my brains out with a pew-pew, and it was a drawing someone drew depicting me getting my brains blown out by a smotsy in email. Proof? I literally posted it on Instagram, and that's what got my Instagram demonetized. And then when I posted someone saying to KYS, I just recently posted that, and that's why I'm not gonna make money on Instagram until December 11th, so I can't post that anymore, because everywhere I posted it, from TikTok to Instagram, even though I blurred it out, it still got taken down, because it's obviously that swastika is something that, you know, you can't post, because obviously it's a racist symbol. I understand why places wouldn't allow that. I'm not risking or jeopardizing my page to literally post proof. I can make another Instagram and do that, but I'm not gonna break any more rules. Like, I wasn't gonna post it. That's not even the half of what I received. I received somebody's bloody head wrapped in a plastic, and they sent me some random like coordinate location, and then they sent me that. What else? I've just received a lot of gory stuff, but mind you, I can mentally handle that stuff because, you know, I watch these murder mystery stuff all the time. I watch Investigation ID, so I've seen, you know, it doesn't really bother me. But the sad thing about it is that someone's relative that you're passing around. I still have that photo of that guy's face split in the middle. That was chopped out. They chopped the middle of his face out. Trigger warning, sorry. Let's change the subject, please. I don't want to talk about that because some people might be triggered. Let's not go there. It's still in my phone. Because as proof. Because I was literally going to show that to the police and be like, this is the type of stuff they're sending me. They literally threatened to pew me in a depiction, some sort of depicted picture, like if I'm supposed to be terrified. Like, you're not gonna terrorize me. I'm the last person you want to come down and mess with. You don't know who I know here. You don't know who I know, and it would be a dang shame if you had to go back home on a t-shirt because you had no life insurance, because your parents are raising money to help put you in the ground. I would suggest you don't make threats towards me. And this is using my, what is it again? Using my self-defense to the fullest. People ain't gonna make threats towards me and think that they're gonna say, oh, like, it was like people on my mom's station had literally saying trigger warning that they were gonna come grape me and my mother like some sick joke. Or saying that they manifest that I get raped by my father. It's so weird. It is so weird. Like, why are you as a person sitting here saying that you're manifesting that I get raped by my father? It was someone who literally posted a picture of the outside of my old apartment. Like, they took a picture of the outside. I don't know if it was on the website, but they made it seem like they were outside my apartment. And then they sent me that DM saying, I'm manifesting that you get raped by your father. And I still have that screenshotted message from whoever it was. They did say that, and they do say disgusting things on my mom's page. Like, they did say that they were gonna come grape me and my mother. I have a recording of someone who said they were gonna curbside stomp my mom. What did my mom do to you? They made threats. This was around the time that person that started all of these issues had their people saying the most disgusting shit, and they didn't have to be held accountable. They got away with it. When you get harassed, I'm gonna tell you it's the internet then, because clearly if I was to do this to someone else, you wouldn't be saying it's the internet. And I know it's the internet. I'm not stupid. You can't sit here and tell me, well, it's the internet. I know that. I'm not dumb. Why do you think I'm still on the internet, you idiot? I'm just saying, why do people think it's okay to constantly do that? Because doing stuff like that could get you fired from a job. Do you think your employer's gonna okay you to be doing that on the internet? Do you think? Do you think your employer's gonna allow you to make some sort of threats like that or say anything like that while you're off clock? Because even though you're off the clock, you're still an employee of anywhere, like Walmart, Target, Smith's, wherever it is that you work, McDonald's, Wendy's, you are still an employee of that company on and off the clock. If you do something outside of your job, that you're not supposed to do, you can get fired for that. And whose fault is it going to be? Yours. And you can't sit here and say, well, it's the internet, because if you get fired, it's not going to be just the internet. Then what? Are you going to come blame me because you got fired for something you chose to do with your free will? No one forced you to. Like, no one's literally forcing you to post and say the stuff that you say on the internet. And you know how most of these people know that? Because they go under fake accounts. They go under fake accounts and don't use their real accounts, because they know if they did, someone would contact their job and get them fired. They don't really truly mean what they say on the internet, because if they did, they wouldn't be saying this stuff to cause themselves to get fired. They hide behind these profiles. They hide behind the screen. And that's how I know they ain't really about it. I say whatever I want, whenever I want. Like, people are like, well, maybe you should say certain things to be brand friendly. Fuck being brand friendly. I'm not trying to get fucking brands that don't care about people anyways, people of color. Fuck them. They pay people of color way less than they do their white tee counterparts. White tee people get paid more for brand deals than people of color do. So fuck them. I'm tired of, well, you're not marketable. I fucking hate when people tell people to their face they're not marketable. What the fuck did Drew do to anybody to not be fucking marketable? Because she's tearing down misogyny and you don't fucking like that you got called bald and receded? Maybe you should worry about your receding hairline instead of worrying about some woman on the internet that's eating you the fuck up because you decided to go after women. America is built off of patriarchy. It always has been, always will be. Why is it that women are still making far more less than men? Far more less than men. Oh, but we're supposed to sit here and not say anything. Oh, we're supposed to kiss ass because they want us to kiss ass. I'm supposed to sit here and say, hey guys, go ahead and continue to keep doing what you're doing. What you do literally causes people to want to be here. Let me tell you something, like what you guys say and what you guys do is the same reason why young people, especially they're impressionable, do this to younger people, and why younger people do what they do to themselves. I'm not gonna say, but we know. And it's crazy because y'all are the ones screaming anti-bullying, saying like, oh, it's so wrong for young people to bully people, but then you're the same people bullying and harassing someone for almost 4 years of shit. 4 years of shit that happened 4 years ago that you can't let it go. You always have to constantly keep bringing up bullying and harassing someone and complaining and bringing it up every chance you get because, well, didn't you do this and didn't you do that and didn't you do, like, it's so fucking draining to have to keep, it's mentally draining to have to keep talking about something over and over and be like, I'm not a predator, but yes you are. We saw these photos, and watching porn makes you a predator when look up how many percentages of adults watch porn. Does that make them a predator? Like, let's be for real. It's just mentally draining having to constantly address things. Well, you was watching porn, you was doing this and you was doing that, and it's not true because people those photos have to be real. they can't be fake. Oh, well, this original photo was edited. That's not a real photo. You just edited that photo, even though I got it straight from an Insta story. I didn't edit shit. I pulled that from someone's Insta story. Well, it must be true because people said it, you know. You even said yourself you got fired for hygiene. It must be true because you said so, you know. We saw you shit on the sidewalk, even though we don't live in Albuquerque, but we telepathically saw you shit on the sidewalk. So it must be true because this lady said so, because your housekeeper said so. Like, it must be true. Like, there's no way she could be lying. Like, why is it that you literally listen to a weirdo that says they saw people shit on the sidewalk and then turn around and say that their coworker saw it? Was it them or was it the coworker? Because now your stories are changing. I didn't see them shit on the sidewalk. Now I gotta change my story because I don't want to be seen like the weirdo. I want to put the weirdo accusations on my coworkers and say they were the ones that were watching them shit, not me. It's so crazy. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. I have to get off and I'm probably gonna go somewhere, I think. But anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. Stay safe and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. See you later. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay healthy.